Hello, it's Friday morning, and last night I took a little trip down to Kew Gardens, a rather cold Thursday night, to have a look at their Christmas decorations and lights. Perhaps you'd like to have a look too. And it certainly was rather cold. Fortunately, I had 2 pairs of tracksuit bottoms on and many layers of clothing as well. This is where you came in the entrance, and you can buy burgers and drink. There's a hog roast thing there, some alcohol, a little place for tea. I broke my Slimming World thing, and I had a halloumi burger with chips and just a touch of tomato sauce on there as well. So you'll be able to see all the various lights and that there. This is the main greenhouse, which I thought just looked absolutely fantastic what they've done with that. Watch the lights change colour. Stunning, isn't it? I did try and get a little bit closer to that, but they wouldn't let me go any closer, unfortunately. It was surrounded also by little Santa Clauses and Father Christmases all around the greenhouse. Projecting bits and pieces onto the front there. You'll see that again from a different angle in a little bit, okay? Just along here to the left is water, great big pond. Just in front of the water, that building there, which has been illuminated. And when we go back to the water, you'll see they've got some sort of spray thing. Now, I've seen this in Disney where they spray water up and project images onto it. First of all, the lasers, and in a moment you'll see the water project upwards and images very cleverly. I don't know how they do it, whether it's like water spray or lights illuminating onto the water spray itself. The lasers were fantastic. To be honest, the camera doesn't do the lasers justice. You've got to be there to appreciate the effects of the lasers there. Here comes the water thing, you see that? Coming up in the middle there, watch this. A carousel. Followed by 2 people chasing each other. Very, very clever. There they are. Wonder how they do that. But then again, if we knew, it wouldn't be magic, would it? Might get a couple of these for my garden path. Ooh, somewhere to sit and give someone a kiss, look. I waited ages. No one came and kissed me. Who's that old bloke there? All out of focus as well, look. This is really colourful. You'll love this. And the music they were playing there in the background, I don't know if you can hear that too well, is Ave Maria, you know one. Ave Maria. Have you got a wish? This Christmas Day, will it snow? Make your wish and make it on the tree. Okay, so you write your wishes down and you just hang it on that tree that's in the tent there. My wish was that you stay with me. It is. We can't afford to lose viewers. Another lit up tree there. There's Santa Claus looking a little bit lonely sitting there, I must say. There was a small fun fair right at the back there. I didn't go any closer into that. Helter-skelter and, of course, the carousel going around there. Kiss, kiss. Kiss, 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 kiss. This is impressive. A tunnel of lights. Look at that. Beautiful.
La, you're far too busy for singing. La, la, la. No, it's nearly Christmas. Oh, hello everyone. Hi, I'm Cinder Toffee. I look after the magical reindeer. They work out here at Kew, and I have to keep them in tip-top shape, ready for Santa's sleigh.
I'd love a go on Santa's sleigh. I would help him deliver presents all over the world.
So a little mini show going on there. And if you get a bit peckish, there's all the sweets. I must say they smelt very delicious, but I was not tempted by the devil himself. Sweets did not pass my lips. This is very, very clever. They've got all these little oil fire things, and there's loads of them. There's hundreds of them. And Christmas trees turning around. I think this was probably my favourite part of the night out. It's just beautiful. Watch this. I could see myself with a revolving Christmas tree or two in the garden, just like that. Wouldn't that be fantastic? There's something else that took my eye here that I would like to own one of. It's coming up in a minute. Toast your own marshmallows there. Bubbles. More flashing lights. These are quite nice. Again, a few of those in the garden wouldn't go amiss. I think I've seen those for sale in the garden centre. Here it comes. Watch this. Oh no, not yet, not yet. Stars on the tree. Big baubles. And little snowdrops on lights coming down there. Okay, it's coming up now, look. I really need one of these, look. Oh yes, my garden needs one of those. I've already looked on Amazon. Can't find it. I think they must have had them made specially because I couldn't find one on there. The Christmas tree was particularly beautiful. And I wonder if you can guess what it was made out of. We're going to have a close-up in a second. See if you can guess what that Christmas tree is made up of. Look carefully. Can you tell? They're sleighs. Isn't that clever? Hundreds and hundreds of sleighs made into a Christmas tree. They go quite far across the gardens, they do, just to light up balls, many different colours. Somehow I'd managed to go the wrong way round on the little tour, so this is where I came at, but it's where you should go in, really. And that's the beginning of it. That's as you walk into the Kew Gardens itself. And there's our little visit to Christmas at Kew Gardens. Well worth a visit. And there we are. There's my little trip to Kew Gardens last night, boys and girls. What a wonderful, wonderful day on this Friday, the 24th of November 2017. If you've only just joined us, you missed our little video of last night I made at Kew Gardens. A really, really highly recommended night out, I think, boys and girls, if you've got nothing to do. At the moment, for the first week, it's on special offer. I don't know what the full price is after this, but I've got no tea left. No. But the first week, I paid £16 last night, and I was in there for about an hour and a half. You could probably do it in less time if you were rushing around, but there's no need to rush. And the atmosphere is just electric in there. It's very magical. And as I said during the film there, the bit like where the water is, and generally when you see anything and you think, see something magical, I wonder how they do that. Like the water feature with the projections of pictures and things onto that. They do the same at Disney. in Florida and Euro Disney. They do a certain show called. It's in Disney. It's in the one with the castle. I'm sure I can't remember what it's called now. Fantasia. Fantastique. It might be called Fantastic. I can't remember the exact show, but they do it where they have and it's much bigger, of course, you know, being Disney. This water just comes up and films are directed onto the water, and it's very clever. And as I say, you know, if you knew how it was done, it wouldn't be magic, you know. So there we are. Highly recommended day out. I had a bit of trouble with the ticket, actually. I had to book the ticket through CSEE Tickets. And I said, okay, well, we'll send you the thing. This would have been about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then, I've done it and looked straight away because it's not there. I thought maybe I'm being a bit too impatient here. So I went to bed, got up again after a couple of hours, looked again, and it wasn't there. So then I started calling a phone number, 17 pence a minute, which basically told me to go onto the website, which I'd already done. Eventually, I managed to print out my own tickets, but an email never arrived. So I was a little bit disappointed with that. And that's it, really. I hope you enjoyed that little beginning of this morning's show, boys and girls. Let's say hello to some of you joining us on Facebook Live first. Good morning to Adam the Plumber. Joe is there. Diane. Good morning, Diane. Christina. Christina was up in London last night, I believe, at the Christmas thing that they've got in London. What's that called now? The Winter Wonderland. Winter Wonderland. I think my nephew is coming down here in a couple of weeks' time, and he's taking his girlfriend, what's her name, Charlotte, to see that, and he's got a surprise for some skating thing. Is there like a not something you do, I think a show, some sort of skating on ice show that he's going to take her to as well, which is quite nice. Good morning to Mr. Ray Reynolds. Morning, Ray. Let's have a look there. Black Friday. Where does Black Friday come from? Well, Christina says the Americans came up with Black Friday. Black because the stores would have sold lots, so their accounts would have been in the black. And that's the reason for that, says Christina. Thank you, Christina, for being mindful of information, my dear. What would we do without our helpers? There's lots of you there. There's lots of helpers. There really is. Good morning, Juan, in New York, Queens, Astoria. Is that where you are today? Good God. Good morning, Juan. Welcome to our little show, as always. Ray enjoyed the video. Thank you very much. And Sarah's there. Times like this, I wish I didn't have to go to work. Good morning. Good morning to you, Sarah, as well. They're the Facebook Live messages at the moment. Keep them coming in if you want to, boys and girls. Good morning to Ross, who wishes us good morning on Black Friday. It certainly is. There's a lot of deals out there. And don't you worry, gang. I have checked the price of that television that I bought 2 days ago from AO.com. I'll come to that in a second, all right? Good morning to Paul Mosey, who says, morning, Chris. Happy Black Friday. Oh, no, Paul. Paul, no, it's not a happy black. It's not like a celebration thing, isn't it? It's a greed thing. You're not going anywhere, are you, Paul, to buy anything? Oh, there'll be fighting in the shop. Take a gun with you, my love. My God. Morning, Paul. Good morning to Ripe on the Periscope there. Good morning, Ripe. Heath is there. I wonder what does that mean when they all type question marks? I don't know what that means when they all type question marks like that. Very, very strange. Happy S. Gregorian, who says, happy non-white Friday, because he's all politically correct, aren't you, eh? Salam to Abre as well. There we are. That's everyone this morning. So this morning, while that was running, actually, while you were watching that, I thought I'd check out the price of that television I bought. Now, do you remember I told you on Sunday night I was at work, and I thought, I wonder how much those 65-inch tellies are now. Have they gone below £1,000? And I found one. It was in Curry's. It was advertised for £999. I thought, And I spoke to a couple of people on the internet, and they said, go on, do it. And I always said, when those 65-inch jobs come under the telly, when the 65 inches go underneath £1,000, I would seriously consider it. And I considered it, and I looked, and I found one in Curry's. $999 it was. It was an LG 65 UJ701V. That doesn't mean anything to you, does it? No, it's the model number. $999. It was definitely on there, $999. I know it wasn't a mistake by me, because in the pub where I was working doing the karaoke on Sunday night, the Camden Eye, there was a man from Curry's in there who looked it up for me. Because I'd already been on Amazon and I saw one for about 1,100. I said, there you go, bet you can't beat that price. He went straight on his site and he said, what about that? 999, and it's a better telly. Monday I thought about it. Tuesday I went down to Curry's to purchase it, and it had gone up 200 quid. And I was with my mate, who's very good at haggling, actually. I'm not good at that. He's very good at haggling. And we couldn't get anywhere. Couldn't get anywhere to get this telly. I wanted it with free view and free set on it because I've got a dish and an aerial as well. Offered us something else, which I didn't like. There was a 70-inch, 70, which was about £100 dearer, which actually, if I thought it would look all right in the room, I would have bought that. But no, I thought, no, that's too big. That's too big. I think you've got to look at your room size. What is the largest telly you can have in your room without it completely taking over? Not that I use the living room for anything else other than to watch the telly. I've got piano in there. Electric piano is about 15 years old in there as well. So I tinkle away on that sometimes. So we ended up leaving the shop, and, you know, I said to the bloke, you know, I've got £1,000 here to spend on the telly. What can you sell me? He basically just walked into the stock room and we didn't see him again. I think he got fed up with me, mate, because he's like, oh, he goes on and on and on, my mate, until he gets what he wants. Oh, it's embarrassing sometimes. But I can't do that, you see. If there's a deal to be got, he will get it. Absolutely. My mate will get that deal. But we couldn't get it. So anyway, we left it. Did a show on the Tuesday night. Someone sent me a link. It was Jerry. Jerry Green sent me a link to AO.com. Typed in the telly. Same telly, £971. That's with a 10% discount from this little code that you put in. Now, you've got to look where to put the code. It's not easy to find that, okay? It's on the very first page, hidden down the bottom. Put your code in here. If you go right to the credit card, pay now, you will miss it. And then you'll pay another 10%. So it was X number of pounds, minus 10%, £971. So I'm very pleased with that. And it's coming on Tuesday. Now, I've kept an eye on the price of these tellies, and I still can't find that one, even today, even this morning, for 971. I've gone on the Curry's website. It's still £200 dearer on this Black Friday, and there's a little label on there. It says Black Tag Deal, £1,199. So it's still £200 dearer than it was on Sunday. And that says Black Tag Deals. So that's a load of old baloney, isn't it, eh? So you watch that. Do bear that in mind. If you're going out today to buy something, please be very careful that they haven't put the money up. All right? Be very, very careful. They haven't put the money up. Because you can be caught out like that. You can be caught out like that, okay? So good on the Black Friday there. If you're a Ted Baker fan, might be an idea. 30% vouchers off Ted Baker. I don't even think you need a voucher. Just go on the Ted Baker site. Ralph Lauren, if you're into designer clothes. I've got everything I want, really. You know, I'm not going to buy anything. And remember, gang, you know, if there's not something that you want, you just want to go out and see how much things are, you could end up by spending an awful lot of money on stuff that you weren't going to want anyway. So beware of that, okay? Beware the Ides of Black Friday. Yes, indeed. Okie doke. Right, let's say hello to some more people there. Good morning on Periscope. You need to be a little bit patient. Sometimes people are, hello, 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 hello. You know, it's not a name check show where I just read out names. I do a little bit more than that. If you want someone to read your name out, then there's hundreds and hundreds of people. I do a little bit more than that. So I will get to you. No point in putting hundreds of question marks across the screen because you wanted to say hello like a minute ago and I haven't got to you yet. You need to be a bit patient. Martin Lewis does need to watch out, Paul. You're quite right. Good morning to Aliette on Periscope this morning. Morning, Aliette, and Abira Mahaba on Periscope as well. All right, let's have a little look down here. What's that there? Oh, thank you very much. Go down there. Keeping an eye out there. Is there a black deal on couches? I don't know. Try DFS. Oh, God, the couch people are here. I didn't expect that in the morning. I thought you lot were only awake at night. Matthew says, I've just made an enemy. Why is that, Matthew? Oh, dear. No couchings today, I'm afraid. The couch people are here once again, boys and girls. Okay, so watch out like that. I was watching the BBC Business News this morning. Does anyone ever watch that? BBC Business News. Very, very interesting. 2 articles in there. For example, in Africa, Nairobi, in fact, there was this story on there this morning that said many of us assume that if you call an emergency number like 911, 999, 112, wherever you are, someone will answer quickly and help will arrive soon, wherever we are in the world. But across Africa, this is not always the case. In Kenya's capital, Nairobi, for example, there are more than 50 different numbers in Nairobi for emergency services. Ringing round trying to find an available crew can be a lengthy and potentially life-jeopardising process. You imagine that? Okay, so, I don't know, someone in your house is having a heart attack or they've just had an arm chopped off, you know, in the coffee grinder or something like that, and you need an ambulance. And there's not one number to call. 50 different numbers there. It says in Kenya's capital, Nairobi, for example, there are more than 50 different numbers for emergency services. And ringing round trying to find an ambulance crew can be a lengthy and potentially life-jeopardising process, as I say. You can wait 2 or 3 hours for an ambulance to arrive. 2 or 3 hours! Well, that's just madness, isn't it? I just pick up a phone. We often complain here about ambulances taking more than like 5 minutes to arrive. Well, you wait 2 hours in Nairobi. Good job you're not there, innit? 2 or 3 hours. You just take for granted that 911 or 999 here in the UK exists. And we did as well, said this lady there. She and her business partner had both been working in the health industry in Nairobi for years before starting their company Flare. We thought, this is on the BBC website this morning, we thought, what would we do in an emergency? So we started asking people to spot ambulances and realised there were so many around and no one has any idea where they are. The pair created an Uber-style online platform that aims to connect people to the closest respondents. Private ambulance crews log into the system at the start of a shift. Their locations can then be tracked and monitored by any hospital registered to Flare. Within the system, we have different ambulance companies, so depending on the resources, we work together, which is excellent, really. But I mean, I didn't know that. I just, you just assume that every country kind of has one number to call the ambulance services, don't you? You wouldn't think there'd be like several tens of numbers to call. So I thought you'd want to know that one this morning. Another little bit of news on there today, and I didn't know this. This again on the BBC website a couple of days ago, actually. London buses are to be powered by coffee. Correct, coffee. Do you like a cup of coffee? I'm not a tea person myself. I could do with another cup of tea now, to be honest. I shall have another cup of tea when I've finished. I've got to wait. I'm waiting in this morning for the postman who is bringing me a new jacket. Now, you will love the new jacket. I've found a company who does other jackets. I won't say any more than that. I hope to have it on possibly tomorrow morning for you on the show tomorrow, okay? I might even wear it tonight for the karaoke. We've got live karaoke tonight, boys and girls. You should see it here on Facebook Live as well as YouTube and Periscope. And that will be round about 8:30 tonight, okay? 8:30 tonight. Join us for our live karaoke from Central Station Bar in Wharfdale Road tonight, 8:30. Anyway, Waste Coffee Grounds will be used to help power some of London's buses from Monday, it can be revealed. Next week. I wonder if it's a smell of coffee. Now, that's not a bad idea, is it? I like the smell of coffee. I don't like the taste. Do you like coffee? I don't like the taste of coffee. The smell is lovely. There used to be this little shop in Kingston, in Surrey, that was a little coffee shop, and they had this like pipe, like an extraction thing on the front of the shop, and the smell of the coffee used to pour out this pipe, and the whole street smelled, and it was lovely. Oh, love the smell of coffee. So I mean, if London is going to smell more like coffee than diesel fumes, I'm all for it. I'm all for it, aren't you? So much better. There are some smells I find they're all right at first, like those vaping things. All different flavours of that. Vanilla, strawberry, blueberry. I don't vape myself. I know a lot of people do. And they come into pubs. Some pubs allow vaping. And clouds of smoke. You've never seen so much smoke in all your life. You never used to get this off cigarettes. It's billowing out. And first you get, oh, what's that smell? Well, that's quite nice. Nice smell of vanilla or something. And for about 2 minutes, it's nice. But then you realise the smell won't go and it starts getting on your nerves. I don't think coffee's like that. If the whole of London can smell of a coffee rather than your smelly feet, then I'm all for it. I really am. Technology firm BioBean says it's produced enough coffee oil to power one bus for a year. Oh, is it just one bus? It's a biofuel created by blending oil extracted from coffee waste, which diesel is to be added to the public transport fuel supply. Transport for London... God, please, not them. Oh, well, that'll go wrong then. Transport for London has increasingly turned to using biofuels to reduce transport's emission. So biofuel made from waste products such as cooking oil and tallow from meat processing is already used in many of the capital's 9,500 buses. However, this is thought to be the first time a coffee-derived biofuel has been added to London public transport system. So that's great, isn't it? Great, not to waste things. Londoners create 200,000 tonnes of coffee waste a year, according to BioBean. So there we are. So drink more coffee, boys and girls, and you will be keeping the buses of London running. You will be keeping those buses running. I always think, you should recycle as much as possible. Sometimes it's great to see people with parka anoraks recycling their dead cats to put around their necks. That really... or their hoods. Why bury a cat when you can use it after it's passed away? That's what I say. Right, let's say hello to some more of you then. Astoria in Queens. All right, Hawan. Good morning to Patrick. If your 99-year-old grandmother was a couch, would you sit on her? That's not nice, Patrick. She's dead. Why have you brought that up? Oh, Patrick. Oh, she left around 1996. Nanny Hayes and Nanny Ryan about 10 years earlier. Thanks for bringing it up, Patrick, and upsetting us all. Good morning to Kevin Cave. Welcome along, Kevin. Let's have a look there. Where's the regular messages? You'll have to start sending your messages by private message, I think, or something like that. That'll be how it is. Yes, indeed. Okay. What else have we got here this morning? Paddington 2. Yeah, that's the next thing I want to go and see. Paddington 2. Anyone seen that yet? It's looking quite good. Will that be one in the... We've got a special cinema now. We've got a new cinema in Bracknell, Cine World, I think it's called. And they've got this like 4D or 4X cinema, I think. It's called something like that. And you can go in there and the seats vibrate and it chucks water at you and steam and all this business. Has anyone seen that yet? Looks quite exciting. And I heard that Paddington 2 was one of those things. I'm not quite sure if it is or not, but I might go and have a look at that, hopefully. Paddington 2. Good morning to Paul, who says, Anne Summers has a 10% off. I've just had an email. And what are you going to buy from there? What are you going to buy from Anne Summers, eh? Very, very strange. Now, you may have seen the story a little while back. I think it was earlier this week. And that was saying that the Conservatives were saying that animals have no feelings. Did anyone see that story? Well, interestingly enough, in the Super Soraway Sun this morning, it says here, Lefty Loves Lies. Celebrity tweets spread fake anti-Tory fake news, branding MPs shameful bastards, claiming MPs voted that animals have no feelings. Now, I heard this story, and I must admit, I was a little bit tripped up by this as well. You always get the blooming left, and they shout, and they scream, and they moan, and they make me sick. All of them. Why can't you just have a normal discussion? But no, they can't have normal discussions. They jump on something. The story goes, celebrities were last night accused of pushing fake news, claiming Tory MPs had voted that animals have no feelings. Now, I got caught up in this because as soon as I saw this story, I immediately messaged my mate, or rung up my mate, and I said, well, if they've done this, I said, I'm afraid they're going to lose my vote because I'm a bit of an animal fan, you know? Also vegetarian. We don't eat little animals. Ben Fogle, Sue Perkins and Rachel Riley, according to The Sun this morning, were among the public figures spreading the report to millions of followers on their social media feeds. Now, these people should know better. Now, I'm not a Twitter person. I don't get it, not really interested in it. People say, oh, you should be on Twitter. You know, if you get a retweet, then you get lots of things. My friend Graham often says this. He says, you need to be on Twitter. Well, actually, Graham, I've been on Twitter for about 8 years. And I do tweet when I'm doing a show. Does anyone retweet me? No. So I don't know how that works. And I've really not got any interest in it. It's all very well saying be on Twitter. You'll get thousands of people more watching the show, which doesn't matter anyway. It just, whether there's one, I've always said this, whether there's one person or 10,000 people watching the show, it doesn't matter as long as one person is being a little bit entertained. So the Twitter thing, it doesn't work for me, I'm afraid. But if you were on there and you were a public figure, don't you think you would check out your stories before you start chucking them out? How stupid can you be? Stupid lefty lovers, champagne socialists. That's what they are. But the stars were blasted for sharing the story. The Independent, it was the Independent that started all this off. That's where I got the story from. The Independent website was among the first to circulate the false claims, reporting that Conservatives rejected all scientists and voted that animals don't feel pain. Did you see the story? It was all over the Independent. Never appeared on the BBC News, interestingly enough, which is the usual method I use to obtain my news. Environment Secretary Michael Gove was forced to issue a clarification while Brexit Minister Steve Baker said it had been exposed as fake news. Now, of course, if Donald Trump was running the country, this wouldn't have happened because he don't allow fake news, does he? The reports arose after Green leader, Caroline Lucas, why do you bother, love? Just go home, dear. You're very, very popular in Brighton, but that's about it, innit? Green leader Caroline Lucas tried to add a clause in the EU withdrawal bill so animals were recognised as sentient beings, capable of feeling pain and emotion. Well, of course they do. Of course they do. Anyone had a sick cat or a sick dog going round in circles, crying in pain? Of course they feel pain. And I think animals get emotional as well. Who's got a cat? Who's got a cat when one moment it's all over you, purring away, and then all of a sudden it turns on you, doesn't it? A cat. Actually, my cat wasn't. My cat, the only time she really turned on me was I haven't got her anymore. I lost my cat in June, unfortunately. I had her for 17 years. She was my mum's cat. And when my mum died in 2000, I took the cat on and she's been with me ever since. And unfortunately, I lost her in June. The only time really she turned on me was when I came home from work one night and I opened the door and I come in and I'm making the tea and I looked round and there's another cat in the house that had come in the cat flap. I haven't got the cat flap anymore. When my cat died in June, I replaced the piece of door. Glass. It's actually a double glazed glass unit thing. £120 that was for a bit of glass. Jeez. Anyway, so I've replaced that. So I haven't got the cat flap anymore. But I used to have one there. And I came in this night from work, a few years ago this is. There's another cat sitting on the kitchen worktop. And I'm like, oh, hello, who are you? And this cat's just sitting there looking at me. I said, come on out you go. Chop, chop. And I'm touching you because you don't know. Might be a wild cat waiting to attack me. My cat's in the corner hissing and spitting. Come on, out you go like this. And I've tapped the cat and it's jumped off the kitchen table and out the door. Followed by my cat who went as far as the door and stopped hissing. So at the front door is now me and my cat. Good, right? So I went to close the door. She's turned around and come in. I said, "You all right, Katie?" And I put my hand down. Well, she started hissing and spitting at me like it was my fault. So you will know that cats, dogs, everything, they all have emotions. So how anyone could come out with this, I can't believe it. Anyway, back to the story. However, the government rejected the move, arguing animals were already classified as such under existing domestic laws. So we didn't need any more government, what's it called? You know, when they write stuff. We've already got it. And God's sake, there's enough laws now. There's so much in those law books, you know, someone needs to go through them and take bits out that we don't need anymore. Sports Minister Tracy Couch said the EU allowed bullfighting, foie gras, which is just awful. Foie gras, I think that's how you say it. That's where they get ducks and they force feed them corn. And they keep doing it until the duck is in so much pain. And then they chop its head off and they serve it on people's toast and things like that. Disgusting stuff. Awful. Awful. The EU allowed bullfighting, foie gras, veal farming, donkey torture, fur farming and goat throwing. This is the EU allows this, according to The Sun this morning. Mr Gove claimed Britain would be able to introduce tougher laws for animals and that sort of thing post-Brexit. TV presenter Ben said he was happy to apologise, but Sue refused to backtrack. Well, she's lefty-lovey, isn't she? Lefty-lovey. They don't back down. This is the thing with those people on the left. They won't back down. Once they've got this thing in their head, they will not back down. And that's what I don't understand. I know a few of them. And at the moment, Theresa May, oh, good morning, everyone. Oh, she's evil. She ain't said anything yet. Give her a bloody chance, for Christ's sake. And they just have this one narrow mind all the time. They only understand one thing. Me, where am I? I'm centre right. So I'm about there. I'm probably more liberal than anything else, to be honest. I really am. I accept anyone and anything, really, for what they are. No matter where they're from or, you know, how much money they got or whether they like girls or boys, whether they're black or white, it didn't bother me. People are people to me. But there's this thing with the people that are like right on the left and they just got one thing in their mind and they will not discuss anything and they get on my bleeding nerves. They really do. What about you? What do you think of that anyway? Okie doke. Good morning to nephew Gary. Good morning, nephew, who's watching at the KWT Television Centre. Morning, nephew. I hope you're well there. Good. Let's have a look here. Sorry, I can't keep up with your little bits and pieces. There we are. Here we are. Juan says, signed up for Twitter and registered, but I hardly ever tweet. Well, I mean, the only tweeting I do really is to announce what I'm doing for the show. That's really the only time I tweet is to put my work stuff on there. You see some people tweeting, oh, just about to have dinner, burger and chips today. Or, oh, the postman's just mean. Oh, I've just got up. I mean, why is that of interest to anyone? Strange, isn't it? Danny's at City Church this morning. Good morning, Danny. Nice to see you this morning, sir. I've got to wait in today. I've got, as I say, the postman's coming. I've got my phone here to see whether or not my new jacket is arriving today. You're going to love this. I'm going to give you a clue. I've been feeling my jackets, quality jackets though they are a little bit plain. That's all I'm saying. And I've been looking around and I thought, oh, I like that. I've actually bought a couple, and they're not dear. Instead of being like 300 quid, they're like 20 quid, 30 quid, but you're going to love them. Hopefully, I will have one here, maybe tonight. I'll wear it tonight for the karaoke, all right? And maybe tomorrow morning as well. All righty. What's the time? 10:15. How are we doing? Shall I disappear at this point? I think I might go here. We're talking about Black Friday earlier, and it says in the Daily Mail this morning, the biggest Black Friday ever. Now, how much do you think people are going to spend today? Shoppers will spend £8 billion in 4 days. £1 billion! £1 billion, as a record number of shops offer discount of up to 50%. Now, as I say, watch out for those discounts. If you've been clever, you would have been taking note of prices of items over the last few days, waiting for this day. Okay? Don't be conned. Curry's already trying to con you out of 200 quid on LG telly. All right? Be very, very aware of that, as I mentioned at the beginning of today's programme. Discounts on some products are expected to be so big that sellers will actually make a loss. Well, I'm sorry, I don't believe that for a moment. I really don't. Retailers are using bargains to lure shoppers through the door. Or maybe I should do that to lure someone into here. Put out little temptations outside my front door. Please come in. I'm waiting for you inside. Would that work? They're struggling to reverse a drop in sales fueled by a squeeze on household budgets. By the way, how did you get on the budget on Tuesday? Much difference for you? Was it Tuesday or Wednesday? I can't remember. Much difference? I was very surprised he didn't do anything on the diesel cars, on the price of diesel. I really thought he was either going to put on 5 pence, 10 pence on a gallon of diesel, or reduce petrol by a few pence. But he didn't do either, did he? I was very, very surprised at that. I'm glad to say he hasn't hit the landlords this time. We've taken enough flack over the last few budgets, haven't we? Cigarettes to go up. Well, I used to be a smoker. I think anything that would try and put smokers off is a good thing. I really do. For their health. It's difficult if you've been smoking for 20, 30 years. I mean, to give up, to actually break that habit, it would be like, me saying, okay, you've got to give up tea. Well, I've been drinking tea ever since the day I was born. How do you do that? How do you break that habit like that? Very, very difficult. A record number of stores are running promotions as they fear losing business rivals to online giant Amazon. Well, Amazon have some amazing cut price stuff. Actually, there was one item I wanted. Bluetooth headphones. I've lost mine. I had a lovely pair, and I've had 2 pairs of these Bluetooth Bose headphones, both of which I bought from America. And I've lost them both. The most recent one was in my bedroom, and I have turned this house upside. I'm looking around from now again. Look. I've turned this house upside down looking for these Bluetooth Bose headphones. I cannot find them anywhere. I kid you not. So I might have a little look, see if I can find some Bluetooth. I'm already caning that credit card this month. Look at this in the Daily Mail. Jabra Sport Pulse Stereo Earbuds and heart rate monitor. Oh, why do you want a heart rate monitor? Oh, you don't want a heart rate monitor, do you? Huh? Why do you want one of those? And step counters. Oh, have you seen those? I bet they will be getting them at Christmas. Fitbits. Step counters. And they're so annoying. All right, Chris, just a minute. I've done 4,000 steps a day. And? Do you think wearing a watch on your hand is going to make you exercise more? Probably for 2 days. And then the novelty will wear off. It's like buying a bread machine, isn't it? Who's got a bread machine? How often do you use it? Not very often, I guess. Mine's been stuck up the top of the shelf now for years. Which reminds me, I must get a duster up there. Oh, it's filthy at the top of my cupboards in the kitchen. So, Argos Dyson V6 Animal Extra Cordless Vacuum Cleaner was £389. Now, £199. But still, £200 for a Hoover. God. What else have we got here? Let's do one shop. Let's do lots of different shops. Oh, hang on a minute. No. I lied to you. The heart rate monitor is a different thing. Or is it? Oh, no, it's not. That comes with the earbuds. That's from Amazon. House of Fraser. What have we got here? A linear cashmere jumper was £99, now £49.50. Debenhams. What about one of those nice electric toothbrushes? Now, you've got to be off your head to buy this. Okay? Oral-B Genius electric toothbrush. Ready? Usual price, £260. Today's price, 90 quid. But still, 90 quid on a toothbrush? Are you for real? I don't think so. Maximum price on an electric toothbrush, 40 quid. Maybe 30. I wouldn't spend more than 40 quid on a toothbrush, would you? You can go and buy a manual one for like 17 pence in Aldi, can't you? Here we are, AO.com. This is where I bought my 65-inch television. AO.com. Samsung, they've got a 55-inch one on there for £549, and that's a curved one. Samsung are good. My mate's got a Samsung telly. I have to say, the picture is a bit too good. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I'm doing little videos on my iPhone and I look at the video afterwards and it actually looks better in the video than it does in real life. Have you noticed that with some of these phones? Paul's got a bread machine. He can't even sell it at my local car bootser. If you've got a bread machine, good morning to Hef on Periscope. If you've got a bread machine, there's no doubt about it. It makes delicious bread. It really does make delicious bread. But you'll put the weight on. You will put the weight on, okay? There's a phone line, by the way, if you want to call in. There it is, 0208 144 3477. 0208 144 3477 if you want to call in. Perhaps you're going to buy something. Is there something specific you want to buy today? Call in and tell me about it. Or anything else we've been talking about on the show today. If you've got something to say, you can call in now, 020 8144 3477, okay? Back to this then. Gap. What about Gap? Nice pair of high-rise leather shorts, girls. Usual price, £304.95. Today's price, £182. What, for a pair of shorts? High-rise leather shorts. Would you like me to get some of those? I could wear them in here, couldn't I? Is that a good idea or not? Oh, gosh. And there's so much more stuff. If I go on the Amazon website, I bet there's some blooming good stuff on there. Hang on a minute. Amazon.co.uk. Where are we? Black Friday. There we are. Black Friday. See all details. What do we got here? They got that Echo Dot thing. You know, that you talk to it and it does stuff for you or speaks back to you. That's a bargain now at £35 if you wanted one of those. I'm a bit funny with those because it's listening to you all the time, isn't it? Those things. Lego. Here we are. Lego. Deal of the day. Selected. Now, that's funny because my great nephew wants some Lego, so I'll have a look at that. Oh, a little snow resort chalet construction toy. Usual price, £40. Today's price, £20 for a little Lego set. I wonder what other Lego they got on there. I'll have a little look at that. Good morning to Richard Leedham, who joins us this morning. Good morning, Richard. Hope you're well this morning. And I think that's about it today. Juan says, here in America, all the retailers are in survival mode for the arrival of Black Friday. Well, I mean, there's a lot to do, isn't there? There's a lot to choose and buy out there. There really is. Juan also says, here in the EU, President Trump has allowed hunting for trophies. Yes, we talked about that the other day. It's very sad. The Trump bloke who's in charge of the States, has now said you can go around and bring back, like, all someone at the front door. That might be my gift. Can you wait a minute? I'll be back in a sec. So much excitement. Now this isn't the jacket. No, it's not the jacket, not in this little box. I love it when a box comes from Amazon, don't you? Here it is. Look. Oh. I know what this is. Yes, I thought so. It's another little webcam. Little Logitech webcam. These are actually the sort of cameras that I use to do my shows, whether they're here, or at the or doing the karaoke stream. They're only webcams. A lot of people come in and they say, "Oh, where's your setup?" Oh, it's there, and they're like, "What, those webcams?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's all it is. £20 that cost, bought at 15. I think it was £15. That was one of the cams that I was using at night time, and one in here I noticed were blurry, so I ordered 2 new ones. That one's already up. That's that one there. No, that one's already up. You see, it's clear now. Before it was blurry. I had an old Microsoft one, and you couldn't focus it. And this one's for tonight, and I'm glad it's come, so I can use that tonight now. Although I may need a long... They don't come with very long leads, webcams, do they? So there we are. Yeah, going back to that story then, yeah, Donald Trump has now said you can bring back trophies. And I think that's very, very sad. You know, if these really brave men go and pay, I don't know, £20,000 to go and shoot a lion. That's really brave, isn't it? You're such a man, you are. And they bring back a head. Or the paws. I just think it's absolutely abhorrent to go and do something like that. I really do. And of course, they're not brave men. How are they brave men, right? When they're in a Land Rover somewhere in Africa, 2 miles away from the tiger, who hasn't even got a clue it's there, that the men are there, and they got like a laser-guided gun, bang, bang, from 2 miles away, dead. Oh, well, I'm a real man, I've killed a lion. No, you're not. You're an arsehole. Awful people. Why is that manly? It's not. There's another country that goes around beating up dolphins. Dolphins, I ask you. I think it's Norway. They and the way they do it, right, they entice all these dolphins into an area of water and then seal it off so they can't get out again. And then they go into the water and start beating up the dolphins. Oh, pathetic, disgusting people. They really are. Awful. So thank you for that, Juan. I'm glad you reminded me of that, all right? Anything to say, just type it in there and I'll read it out. Good morning to Vera. Morning, Vera. Adam says, if you look at your iPhone under health, that counts as your steps. Oh, does it? Health. Have I got health on this then? Health. Now, oh, hang on a minute. Where did this come from? No, that was from Amazon. No, I'm waiting for the post office. I'm waiting for the post office to deliver my new... Adam, you will love the new jacket. You will love the new jacket. Please, if you've got anything like that to say, then just type it in there. Health. Now, what's the health app, Adam? I bet it's a picture of a heart or something like that, is it? I don't really look at the health things on here. I've got a heart rate monitor. Shall we see what that is today? Heart rate. It'll probably be quite high because I'm hyper when I'm doing these shows. Hyper, dear, hyper. I think the couch people have given up now because I wasn't giving them enough attention. I don't think they'll be back again. Right, hang on a minute. Right, instant heart rate. Here we go. Start your measurement. Okay, now all you have to do this is you put your finger on there, you see? Right, place finger on camera lens. There we go. Well, I've done it, dear. Come on, get on with it. Take your first measurements, right? Oh, it's not working. Oh, it's not working. Oh, well, that used to work. That's not working now. Hang on a minute. Shall I close it and start it again? Oh, how disappointed. Maybe I'm dead? Am I still here? Hello? Am I dead? Right, hang on. Let's try this again. Where's that heart rate monitor thing? Heart rate monitor. I've lost it now. Oh, there it is. Heart rate monitor. Usually the light used to come on, but it hasn't come on. Look. Hold your phone still. No, it's not working. Oh. No, not working. Oh, well, that's strange, isn't it? That used to work. No heart rate monitor now. Now, where's the health thing then? I can't find the health thing, Adam. Is it on utilities? No. Maybe I deleted it. I might have deleted it. Health. No, not there. Clips, pages, right move. There's no health thing on here. I must have deleted it. Definitely not on there. Oh, hang on. If I type health. Oh, health. One moment, please. That's why. Small steps become healthy habits when you see how they can... Oh, a load of old crap. I mean, you just go walking, don't you? You don't need an app to tell you how many steps you've done. You really don't. Just get on with it. Get on with it and be excited. Walk as many as possible. That is my advice to you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Kadri says I'm very handsome. I don't think so, darling. Maybe about 20 years ago, that has passed. That handsome period of my life has now passed. You must accept that and move on. There's no point in hanging on to things. I've learnt that. You know, if there's something that's gone and you're desperately trying... I've gone in terrible trouble with that over the years. That's why I'm on my own. You hang on to things for far too long. If they don't want you, you've got to let them go and stop trying to hang on to them. Yes, so there we are. Thank you very much. Alrighty, we're going to finish up now, boys and girls. I've got some hoovering to do. The kitchen is in a little bit of a mess while I'm waiting for my new jacket to arrive. Or actually, I don't know if I need a... Do I need a signature or not? If they don't need a signature, I can go out and just leave a note on the door to leave it with my neighbour. Right, let's do today's birthdays. It's birthday time, boys and girls. Happy birthday this morning to Baga Chips, MBE, drag queen extraordinaire with the worst potty mouth you've ever heard in all your life. And we love her. Baga Chips, a colleague, another Conservative supporter. We love her and I, the great Margaret Thatcher, the great Theresa May, John Major. Oh, not so. A bit of a wet blanket. John Major, wasn't he? Happy birthday to Baga Chips, 28 years old today. She's very, very good cabaret artist. Happy birthday, Baga. All right, I haven't seen you for ages. I'm not at the Two Brewers anymore. I left there a while ago when they started opening till 3 o'clock. I couldn't be working till 3, dear. God, not at my advance in years. Happy birthday today to the lovely Kieran Miguel. Happy birthday, sir. Hope to see you soon. What a lovely picture that is of you there. Happy birthday, Kieran. Sarah Ingalls Guy Kobe, I think it is, 41 years old today. Happy birthday to you. Geoffrey Dorset, happy birthday, Geoffrey. Sandeep Lower, 36 years old, a very young 36 today. Happy birthday, Sandeep. Michael Hadfield, happy birthday to you. And Kieran Kelling, is that you again, Kieran? Kieran Kennington? I think that's you, Kieran, again, isn't it? That's another little profile you've got there. So happy birthday to you, boys and girls. Here comes the song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. All right? Enjoy your birthday, boys and girls. That's it for the show today. Now, tonight, it's Friday night. So I'll be hosting karaoke this evening, which you will be able to watch here live on Facebook Live from about 8:30. Okay, karaoke tonight. Join us at Central Station Bar in Wharfdale Road, King's Cross. Starts at 8:30, goes through till midnight. You need to get your songs in by about 10:30. By then, it fills up. It fills up. Falls up? It fills up. Okay, by then it will be full up with songs. You can't come in. Can you put one more in? No, because the only way I can put another one in is to take one out that's already there. Good morning, Kadri. Haven't seen you. Oh, you're a bit late today from Tallinn. Welcome to the show, Kadri. Okay, all right, so come along with that one. Danny says 20 years and the rest. Well, Danny, you know how it is. Danny, do you remember when you was living here and like this wasn't... I just did radio in here, didn't I? Just did radio stuff. I didn't have the cameras and all that set up when you was here, did you? Do you remember that? I used to call down the stairs to you when I was doing my radio show on Offshore Music Radio. Danny! Dear me. So once again, karaoke tonight. Join us at Central Station Bar in Wharfdale Road, King's Cross from 8:30. That's it then. Thank you very much for watching and listening to the show today. Thank you those of you that have taken the time and trouble also to share the show to your wall. I've got a little bit of a busy day. I've got to record my music and chat show, which I didn't do last night because I was at the Kew Gardens Christmas thing. If you weren't with us at the beginning of the show, the first 10 minutes of today's show is a film that a video that we don't call them films anymore, do we now? No, the videos now was a short video, 10-minute video that I made when I went to visit Kew Gardens last night on my own. Went to Kew Gardens and they've got Christmas lights and things and bits of music and a little bit of a running commentary from me as well. So if you missed that at the beginning of the show, then wait till this is finished. You'll be able to go back to the beginning and just watch the first 10 minutes which you missed. All right, have a nice Friday and I'll see you again hopefully tonight and hopefully tomorrow morning if the new jacket arrives. I'm so excited. Cheerio now.